Um, just so for you to know, I'm 41 years old, and my first experience to bar is now in US. So even though I'm still drinking only Coca-Cola, that's my beer. And the story that I'm gonna read now is part of the first chapter of my novel. The novel title is Once, and it's only 6 chapters for now. And what I'm excited about this novel is because if you take out each chapter, it can be the independent short story. But when you put it all together, it will be a novel, and you can see that the next character actually related or mentioned in the previous chapter. So for you, One Time Love, translated by Femi Shahrani. Allah, maafkanlah hingga di usia ini hamba masih mencari makna cinta sejati. Why didn't they meet sooner? Why did time go by so fast? On their last night together, they gazed at each other in front of her room. In the dim glow of the light bulb, Dini believed that everything happened for a reason. God must have a purpose for everything, including for her meeting with Isam, a Korean guy who always smiled whenever he aimed the lenses of his large camera at her. This is God's mystery. She had to explore it, though it might take time to discover the purpose behind it. But Isam looked at her with such intensity in his eyes and said in a heavy voice, "Anio, this is not mystery." No? Yisam shook his head. Although I don't believe in God, I think this is fate. They looked at each other. Yisam drew closer. From the window, the moonlight shone perfection. The mansion that Dini called home used to open its doors to anyone who visited. Like when Dini just came home from Korea, the year-long program was a source of great pride for her family. If in the past her father, Raden Aryo Kusumo, used to ask her to deliver a speech in English in front of his guests, now he asked her to demonstrate her ability to speak Korean. Not too much, just a few words or sentences. Her Hangukmal was flawed, far from perfect, especially when she communicated with Yisam. But here, everyone would look at her with awe. What a rare opportunity to learn a foreign language without having to pay a cent, and in a top university in Korea, no less. Friends her age, including her best friend Lisa, the daughter of a former diplomat, were insanely jealous. Especially now that the Korean pop culture was sweeping the nation through melancholic television dramas with their gorgeous actors and actresses sending frequent greetings to Indonesian viewers all the way to their little town. But into the 4th month of Dini's return, people stopped coming to that mansion. Her father's pride seemed to vanish as he built tall walled fences that hid their house from view. The fences made their house look like a prison. The neighbors no longer saw Dini's cheerful steps going in and out of the house with her natural exuberance, nor her smile. "We cannot just keep her locked up," whispered the voice of a middle-aged woman. "We can send her back to our village. You cannot punish her in this way," she sobbed. But the man beside her didn't respond. Their daughter was beautiful, smart, perfect in their eyes. How could she have done such stupid things? If people found out what we are doing to her, it would be so horrible. One should pay for the mistakes one had made.